Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned into Rodney Perry Live. This is a different edition. As most of us, I'm usually perusing the internet, and I was doing that thing today, and I saw a video that prompted me to reach out to some of my friends and to see what their thoughts were. Raheem Hope, fabulous comedian. Raheem, what's up, brother?
Man, what's up, brother? Nothing much, man.
Hey, thank you for coming in from the same plant that Homer Simpson works in.
Absolutely.
Hey, stay right there, Raheem. Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch him all over the internet. He's a world-class comedian, JP Justice, and he has King's Table Talk that goes down, every day?
Every Sunday at 5 p.m.
Every Sunday, 5 p.m. And you reach out to some good folks. Stop right there. He has found his way in here, all the way from, I believe, Texas, but he might be calling Los Angeles home now. And this is a great subject for him because I know he's got a wealth of information. Ladies and gentlemen, the blackest of all Rons, Black Ron. What's up, bro?
The man.
What's happening, gentlemen? What's going on,
yes,
man?
Sir.
Hey, turn me sideways, Black Ron, if you can.
Turn you
Wait.
Hey, you might have to unlock your phone. Unlock your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't no telling what he be doing with that mug. There you go. Hey,
Ron, he said turn me sideways.
What does that mean? What is that gay?
Everything is gay now, right?
Everything is gay.
You gotta pause. Everything.
I told JP Justice, Rodney Perry is never gay.
Yeah, we just gonna start the whole conversation by saying pause.
Yeah, he said turn me sideways. Hey, yo.
Hey, whoa, hey, you.
Turn me sideways is crazy. Your boy,
all right. I saw this video, guys, and I wanted to get some men that I respect on here to kind of see it, and we go through and break it down and see if
to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter. All right, she wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter.
Now, before he goes any further, he is not married to the mother. He called her a stepdaughter. He's been in her life for the last 10 years, but he is not. They are not married. All right, that's the first thing. Let's go.
Just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, been consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because,
do the man need to pay child support if the woman don't put him on child support?
Are we answering questions now? Or are we going to wait?
I'm just throwing it out there. Just don't say nothing yet.
She didn't fight for that. Yeah. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you. I do this for you. And then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right?
Hey, you cannot stop a girl and her father's love, even though you've been providing financially. Should the daughter, I don't know, man. This is a lot. Let's go.
So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they could have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people.
The crib is nice. Got a nice crib, look like. Might be down there by like Ron in Texas. Everything big in Texas.
Right? Now, I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people. 20 people.
What happened to Rodney?
And just like that, Rodney lost service. That's what happened, people, whenever that you have COVID Wi-Fi. Your shit run out.
The devil got busy and the host had to leave. See, I know what happened. He kept on pausing to interject in the video.
That has absolutely nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, he accidentally hit leave.
Oh, Rodney, welcome back, brother.
If you're just joining us right now on Rodney Perry Live is none other.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from the land of nowhere, Rodney Perry, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Rodney, do what JP do so we can donate to your Cash App to help you pay for your internet for this company.
Using to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk.
What'd you say, JP?
The funniest thing in the world is how these two kicked in and filled in for you just now, dogs. That was hysterical just now, B.
No dead air, baby.
Talented guy. That's why they on
no dead air. As soon as you blacked out, he was like, well.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
Her down the aisle. Now, let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, for you, I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they can have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right?
All right, nigga. Okay.
Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm going to see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I let my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people was a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Check the invitations. They don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations.
Damn.
How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there? Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay?
So wait now he mad, but he's still going along with it. All right. Let's go.
While my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding.
Damn. That's a brick in the face.
What? The wedding that I'm paying for in my house? Daddy don't nothing for you? Is giving you away?
Unknown.
And they were just so happy and smiling. Oh, yay, great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably wanted to do both, honestly.
That nigga still wants.
So I took that time to stand up and give a toast as well. I said, you know,
nobody care what you say.
Oh, you should have saw the frowns, man. Now they mad. It done got serious. I let them know I am not the godfather or, the head of the family that I thought I was, the loved one that would be seeked out in times of need. Nah.
Godfather.
I realized.
Okay, do he have a right to feel this way? He is not married, but he has been raising this kid that's not a kid no more for the last 10 years.
Right.
Granny Wilds was welcome. Keandra, welcome. Andromeda, welcome. Justina, Granny Wilds, Mama Miss, thank y'all for coming in. I would love to get y'all perspective on this as well. Dude, this ain't even it. It's 2 more minutes to this video. Let me play it a little bit so we can have a whole.
2 more minutes. Is this a man or a woman?
Don't do that, Raheem. Don't let the man talk.
I'm an ATM for a while.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Since I have been replaced as host of the wedding, I shall be giving my financial duties to the new host.
But you done already gave the money.
And I would back out monetarily. Yeah.
Man, cut this off, Rodney.
Yep.
You can't take it no more. Hold on.
Come to me talking about how I'm ruining so much. But tell me why the next day, my girlfriend trying to show me how much I'm ruined, right?
Hold on, let him finish.
She takes me to where they planning the wedding, and the wedding planner showed me the food they got. 2 of the dishes got stuff I'm allergic to.
He allergic to the food.
I just started laughing. Like, damn. In my house?
He can't even have the food?
Okay. It's wild, man.
He can't even eat the food?
He can't eat the food, guys. OMG. Hold on, let's get this
out. You can't even have a plate.
Yo. Hey, that's Rodney Perry, too, to the Rodney Perry Live. Hey, we got a little man talk, King Table Talk. My man JP Justice. JP Justice, you first, man. You a father, you got daughters, but if you were a stepdad, you've been raising this child for the last 10 years. She still loves her real daddy, though.
Put your comments on.
Huh?
I can't see your comments right here.
What you mean? They right there. Niggas comment like a motherfucker.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You talking about like that?
Yeah, I can't see no.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, now I can see it. I can see it now. Alfredo.
Yeah.
No, you got to go to the different platforms to see the different chats. You have to go to Facebook or YouTube.
I got YouTube right there. Boom, they go YouTube.
No,
I can see them. JP, are you not behind the scenes?
Right.
That's probably why you can't see him.
Yeah, JP, he only on this.
Right.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. JP Justice, you're a star. Well, just don't worry about it.
Somebody said 10 years. That is his daughter. Oh wow. Okay.
How about that? 10 years.
I'm a hush.
Give me JP. Man, does this guy have a point, man? I mean, maybe he's belly aching. Maybe he should shut the hell up and just go sit down somewhere, be a boss, let the dude shine. But in your mind, that's your daughter. But they are not married. Him and the woman, him and the mama.
So let me ask this question: are we going to talk for real, or are we going to talk coulda, shouldas, and wouldas? Which let's find out what angle you want to talk from. Because if we're going to talk,
what that mean, JP? What that mean?
I'm gonna tell you right now. If we're going to talk for
JP, you always accuse me of being a hoe. Okay, lightweight on the under, and it hurts my feelings.
So this is what I'm saying.
I like how you didn't beat around the bush on that, Rodney Perry. You didn't say, JP, you accuse me of being a simp, or JP, you always accuse me of pandering. JP, you always try me like I'm a hoe, and I appreciate
talk about it for real.
So that means that we're gonna talk for real, then, JP.
That's for sure.
So that answers your question.
So if we want to talk for real,
that's the only way.
Then if we're gonna talk for real and not have our emotions in it and talk like how humans are supposed to talk, then what's happening?
I ain't talking about humans. I'm talking about men.
Now listen, watch this. Then if that's the case, what's happening to him is well deserved. Because
break that down. Give me that.
Like you said, he's not married. For the past 10 years, he has not, taken the mom across the broom and made it official. So here it is at the end. And women can be very vindictive with it.
Do he have to be married to this woman to have taken care of this financially, take care of his daughter for the last decade?
Here you go, mixing the coulda, shoulda, wouldas with the what's real. The coulda, shouldas, and wouldas is like he did what he was supposed to do. He did what was necessary for the man of the household.
And we don't get no you don't get to go, I deserve blah blah blah.
You do
as a man.
You do, but you get 2 meals that you can't eat, and you don't get your 20 friends in. You know what I'm saying? So in other words,
if you paying for the meals,
that's the coulda, wouldas, and shouldas, bro. This is the one thing about us that we need to understand. Rules are there for a reason. If you don't like the rules, then do something about changing the rules. We can't make rules just because.
I'm not mad at that, JP Justice. I'm not mad at that. Raheem Hope, man, you're a young man out here in these streets. Could easily end up a stepdaddy. You've been with this woman for the better part of the last 10 years. You've been raising this little girl. You bought her a car. She went to college. You made sure you dropped $40,000 on her education, and she wants her real daddy to walk across the aisle.
Right. Well, first of all, to that gentleman, man, anybody is entitled to feel on behalf of how they want to feel. You dig what I'm saying? If he felt that way, then first of all, I feel like he didn't communicate prior to the wedding and paying for all the other shit. Like exactly, he should have asked questions. Who's going to be walking you down the aisle? What role am I playing? Because now he's He's a host. At the end of the day, like a relationship requires 3 things. You dig what I'm saying? Communication, commitment, and you know what, companionship. You dig what I'm saying? So it looks like communication wasn't brought out. He might be in her phone. He might be named Mr. Buy Me Everything. So he sound like a sucker to me. He done did everything.
How about
and
that?
Got nothing in return.
Is he a sucker? Because he been taking. I mean, in a lot of states they married, whether they went across the aisle or not.
Yeah,
they common law. He is that young lady's dad.
Not in the states they live in, apparently.
Apparently not. I'm gonna come to you, Black Ron. Before I do, I want to read this comment. Marvin Cable says, "Yes, he has the right to feel disrespected. No one has to care, and now he does. Moving forward is on what he does. Moving forward is on him, which is what JP said. Black Ron. I mean, is this dude whack or do you have a point?"
So first of all, let's acknowledge this brother's pain. He has very real pain, and you can hear it because in his retelling of the facts as he sees them, he was almost brought to tears just in the video. So his feelings are genuinely and legitimately hurt. However, in your feelings being hurt, you got to realize that this is a bed that you made for yourself, brother. In the last 10 years, first of all, the baby ain't 10 years old. So it's not like you the only daddy she know.
Right.
First of all, the fact that she has graduated from college and now getting married means that she's in her early to mid 20s, which means you came into her life around the time she was a teenager to probably sophomore in high school or something like that. So you were her daddy around 13 to 15. So it's not like her daddy has been absent her whole fucking life. Number 3, you spoke to yourself the fact that she has an undeniable bond with her biological father, which means that no matter what you buy her, you can't buy your way into her life. You can't buy your way into that position. Now, here's the coldest part. In all of that time, you've been tricking, buying cars, paying for school.
Is that tricky, Ron, if you the dad of the family?
Yes,
even though you're not,
because here's the thing. He is not the daddy of the family. He is simply that lady's boyfriend. Ooh. And a lot of niggas will do whatever it got to do to get some coochie that another nigga never had to work that hard for. And he is the buy you a house, put your kids through school, and get them a car just for the coochie type nigga. In all of that, she never saw enough in you to take your last name, no, bro. You are still her boyfriend. And regardless of the fact that you consider that baby your stepdaughter.
Are we putting that much weight on marriage, though, guys? Is this about marriage, JP? Is this about marriage?
Listen, bro, like he's saying, he kicking facts down there. We can't bend the rules for our emotional needs. The rule is the rule. So
what's the rule? What is the rule? Explain that to me.
Here's why it's got everything to do with marriage.
Okay.
There were 2 dishes on the menu that he's allergic to.
Right.
A woman don't give a damn about her boyfriend, but her husband, she's going to say, not only will there not be dishes that he can't eat, it won't even be in the house. I'm allergic to shellfish. Any woman that I take as my wife is not going to let no shellfish be cooked.
Raheem, tell me that Black Ron and JP Justice is losing their mind. Tell me that this 10 years ain't just 10 years he done flushed down the toilet. He been taking care of his family. Do he have to be on paper married to this woman to get some fucking respect?
He doesn't have to get some respect. You do got a point right there. He should be respected, but at the same time, he's only respected. Not. It don't sound like he's respected by the daughter, and damn near not even by his girlfriend. I don't even know
that's the main part. He's not respected by the girlfriend, and he has no footing to demand respect because he's not the husband. When you the husband, can't nobody come. First of all, how you got motherfuckers coming to your house? How you got 250 people coming to your house that your girlfriend allowed to be there, and the 20 people that you want to be there can't come?
Didn't get invited. Nope.
There has to be a clear line, and this is the great part about what Black Ron is saying and what man Raheem is saying. Watch this. there has to be a division between you being a boyfriend and you being a husband. And what's the difference? All this shit that he's talking about right
There
now.
is no husband, though, guys. There is no husband.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Her husband is the nigga that's on the invitation. Her husband is the nigga that's walking their child down the aisle.
But we don't know if they was ever married. We don't know that.
We do know that they was married because he said in the video that him not being on child support was part of the settlement that his girlfriend agreed to.
No. He said that it was probably her fault because she
no,
never pressed
go
him
back
for the
and
money.
listen to it. He said the fact that he's not on child support is his girlfriend's fault because that was part of their settlement.
We don't have to guess about that. Let's see. Let's get this video.
Wow. Pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's going to walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right?
Stepdaughter.
Now,
he's using those
she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And
that's just what the settlement was. So
the divorce settlement.
Okay. What that's neither here nor there.
Oh no, that means a lot.
No, that's here. That's here right now.
We don't have any. We don't know the legalities of this situation.
The point I'm making is the only man she will ever consider her husband is the nigga she was already married to. She has expressed to this new nigga that she don't want to be married. Yeah. But she want all of the privileges that come with being a wife. Such as put me up in a house, take care of children, whether they're yours or not.
Right.
Put them through school. Get them a car.
Y'all making a great point, but let's look at this.
Let me say this real quick.
Go ahead, Jay.
This is the part that bends at people's hearts. The part that's bending at people's heart is that this is a child that this guy doesn't want to.
It's not a child.
Well, a
grown ass woman.
She getting married, bro. That's a full-fledged fucking adult.
Yeah.
Like literally out here fucking.
Yo, listen.
Oh God.
So his everybody's heart is bending like, oh wow. But here's the thing, bro. When you get into these relationships, let me give you I was telling you earlier, in my situation, I got a situation where my wife has 3 sons prior to me. The oldest son is close to the dad. So we're coming at the time now where grandkids will start coming into effect.
Okay.
Me and this oldest son, we don't rock at all, bro. Me and the pops had fights, and the son jumped in the pop's side, and me and the oldest son do not rock at all.
Okay.
So now when this grandchild comes, how do I treat this grandchild?
You can do nothing but love the grandchild.
Let me finish. Don't take my emotion from me. So
okay.
What everyone wants to say is, oh, it's a grandchild. It has nothing to do with the situation. But the real part about this is that if me and the son, if me and the father, and me and the grandfather don't get along, how can I sit here and they're not going to let the son respect me? I'm not going to want to respect the newborn. So
here goes, JP. Let me ask you this: when do you and the first guy, when do y'all squash everything?
You mean the other guy that she had
the son and the father? When do y'all squash it for the kid, for the grandchild?
You got to stop this peace run that you go on.
What the fuck?
No, JP, no, Rodney. Hold on, Rodney. I'm gonna ask him a real question.
Be upset with your fucking and not love this child that come from your wife? Are you serious?
Hold on, JP. So if you fell out with me or Rodney, right now, me and Rodney got daughters. If you was to fall out with me or Rodney, you don't fuck with us no more, right? It's hands on sight when you see us, right? But you happen to be out somewhere and you see our daughter, and you see a nigga trying her. You gonna let a nigga do her any kind of way just because you don't fuck with us?
Let me answer that question, but then also let me give you a rebuttal. Of course not. I've even had a situation where I've had fights with dudes, and this is a real situation. I turned around and seen about a week or so later his brother getting jumped in the street, and I jumped in, and I even took him upstairs and called his brother, who I had a fight with previously. Yo, your brother out here.
Did that squash y'all beef that y'all had?
No. it didn't. No, it didn't. But
but it leaves innocent civilians innocent. My point by that is gangsters got a code, and the women and the children are guiltless in the gangster streets. If you and the son got beef, that's cool. That baby innocent.
Go ahead, JP. Go ahead.
How do I begin to show this child affection when every time I'll begin to show this child affection, the son or the grandfather will take that, will throw that to the side because I don't fuck with him. Don't listen to what he's saying. Or
do we know that that's what'll happen, or are you assuming that's gonna happen?
I can assume because of the character and the history.
Right.
So I can assume, but I don't want to put myself in a space where that can possibly happen. I'm not saying I'm going to be disrespectful to the child. What I'm saying is I'm going to emotionally remove myself so that this way I don't get hurt. Now, watch
let me help you, JP. You don't have to squash nothing. You don't have to deal with the father. You would deal with that baby the way you would deal with any baby that came in your house. Any baby, you're gonna be like, man, give me that cute ass baby over here, and you're gonna be a cool person to that baby. Just be that.
So now let me ask you this. Now let's do this. Now I'm that cool person to that baby. The baby now is turning 5 years old. The baby's now older. The baby now understands. Now the father and the grandfather is telling the child to not fuck with me.
Damn. Sound like a baby mama.
How'd you make this assumption already?
Only reason why
they be making some major leaps.
Wait, because my point is, if they respect you enough to trust you with the baby, in other words, they left the baby at the house with you and your wife.
With my wife, because the wife is the grandmother.
They know you live
but that's your house. That's your house, nigga. They know you there.
Right.
Even if you're not the grandbaby, so the baby don't call you Papa. The baby call you Papa J. Or Mr. JP. It don't matter what name the baby give you. It's the respect and the love associated, not the.
All right, everybody, let's freeze, guys. Thank you for that story, JP. And we definitely gonna come back to that. I don't want us to lose focus.
He just as hurt as the
Raheem Hope, man. You're younger. You could easily end up in this situation. You out here in these streets dating these young ladies.
Absolutely.
I like the idea of going down the road of this marriage conversation, but who's at fault? Is it the woman? Is it the child that's not a child no more that's getting married? Is it the father for investing all his money in a child that's obviously not showing any love? Or does the daughter have a right to still love her dad?
So the first thing is the daughter, first of all, has still right to love her dad. That's her dad who's been in her life, right? You know, ever since she was 12.
Even if he haven't been in her life, she still have a right to love him.
Right. Second of all, if I'm that guy, and if he's making the decision to pay for the wedding without having like any type of restrictions, like, look, if I pay for the wedding, I want this to happen, that to happen, to X, Y, Z. If he did not even, like, put that out there ahead of time, like on behalf of, if I'm giving you money, this is what I want to happen, then he has no say so. He's just giving the money out of his heart because he wants to, but in return, he's thinking that he's going to be inside of it. Because think about it, he already paid $40,000 for something. He paid for her tuition. He got her a car, right? So every time he's doing something, it's like he's expecting something. But he has to understand, like remember,
that's a great point, Raheem.
You're in a relationship.
Do you give something expecting something in return, JP?
And last but not least, this is my last point. And remember, he needs to understand he's in a relationship with the mother, not the daughter. So he needs to get out his feelings on behalf of about how that lady feels about him. Nigga, you need to be worried about trying to find out if that's even your real wife or not, my boy. Because right now, she can call me.
Hey, Jeff Brown.
I got a few dollars. Look, you see where I work at. I got a few dollars on me, so I might come on and take up my crib.
I'm
not mad at you, Black Ron. Go ahead.
High five, Raheem. No, I just want to high five Raheem. He over there. He over there preaching, goddamn me.
Hey, you know what? He makes a great point, JP. What's your thoughts?
No, I definitely agree with him. And they're saying, what's up? They're saying, is that Raheem Hall? On my Instagram, they're saying, what's up, Raheem Hall? Listen, I agree with him. He was in a relationship with the mother, not the child.
Which is the point.
Do you give expecting to receive? That's the wrong approach. and he's definitely in his feelings when it comes to. And he said it. I'm about ready to cry and blah blah blah. It sounds like a case of pussy whipped. Like he was doing what he said. Like,
is the man pussy whipped? Because he been taking care of the. Okay, let's say he's pussy whipped, guys.
Hold on. Ron said it earlier when he first started. He said he was doing what he
I've been there before.
Let's say he's pussy whipped.
I've been there before.
He has been taking care of this child, or when the child was a child. He took care of this child. He went through the horrible teenage years. He went through that.
And
so the question is, what's up, Mon? I see you. The question is, like, don't they owe him something?
They don't owe him nothing.
They owe him thank you.
Yeah, and listen, he did that so he can keep that pussy close to him.
I guarantee you, nobody asked him to do none of that shit he did.
Right.
Here's what happened. Here's what happened. He was laying in the bed, and she got to lay it on his chest. She put that hot steamy coochie on him, and then laid on his chest. My baby, she got to find a way to get back and forth from school. And I'll get her a car.
Yeah.
She put that hot steamy coochie on her. My baby. We having problems with the financial aid paperwork.
Hey, Ron, go a little step further. He was probably saying, "Listen, I can't keep picking up your kid every day. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna get your daughter a car."
No. She would just lay on his chest after hitting him with that hot steamy coochie, and tell him what her problem was, and then he would volunteer to rescue her, like
Mona
the Captain Sable that he is.
Mona says they don't owe him nothing. Mona also says if he offered, again, that's on him.
Bruh, he offered his house. He said it in the video. They were looking for a venue for the wedding. I offered my home. You keep on offering
but it's
shit
not my
with
home,
the
it's our home. We live there.
No, it's his home. She ain't on the motherfucking lease because they not married. They are boyfriend and girlfriend. He had that house when he got with her. But here's the thing, like Raheem said, he keeps on offering
ladies
shit
and gentlemen,
with the expectation of a parade. And here's the thing.
Say it again.
The great Jeff Brown.
Say it again, Ron. He's doing it for what? Go ahead, Ron.
Hold on, no. Do that intro. I just seen who walked in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us. The great Jeff Brown, comedian, actor. He lives a life of a high man, and I love that.
Yeah, people say, why do you have to get high? I answer back, why do you have to stay sober?
How about that? Jeff Brown, have you heard the conversation, or do I need to bring you up to speed?
I would appreciate a mild update. I believe I know where we're going.
So a young man, I came across this video on social media. Young man was complaining about his stepdaughter, who is it actually is his stepdaughter. He and the mother live together. They've been together for a decade or so. He has essentially raised his child. The father, thank you, Raheem. The father hasn't financially helped at all, but that's neither here nor there. Mm-hmm. Now the kid is in their 20s. They're about to get married. He helped put the girl through college. He bought her a car. And it's time for this wedding. And he's been excluded from the festivities, even though he's paying for it. He's been excluded from his friends coming. He's been excluded. Am I misspeaking it at all, guys?
No, I think I've seen the video.
No, he's been excluded from the wedding that's at his house, and they serving food that he's allergic to.
They are indeed.
Okay. Well, women don't send these types.
I see you, drama. Stay right there.
Women don't send these type of signals out of nowhere.
Ooh, come on.
This is about a bunch of stuff that he ignored. Number one, on some real shit though, where I am. I honestly did not hear when I was spending my money them 4 words, "You ain't my daddy."
Ooh.
When I bought the car, I didn't hear "You ain't my daddy." When I paid for tuition, I didn't hear that "You ain't my daddy." So I tell you what, ladies who have decided for whatever reason to have a function at my home and disallow my friends, no matter what kind of dump truck I am, that's some foul shit right there. So Here's what I suggest you do. While you have the wedding party here, you have him help you two bitches pack.
Ooh.
Have him help you pack.
Not the B word.
Bitches.
Bitches.
When I only say bitch. I only say bitch because cantankerous, conniving, underhanded gutter snipe is too much to say each time I mean it. Just a shortcut.
It's a shortcut.
Duplicitous, manipulative.
Yes, manipulative gutter snipe.
Mona is in the chat. Mona says that's not even his stepchild. If he's gonna be mad, he needs to be mad at himself. All the signs were there. Yes, Uncle Jeff. I agree with you.
Spoken, and I hope you don't do this, sister. Spoken like sisters who like to trade on OPC syndrome. OPC syndrome, Reverend Bishop Dr. Perry, is something I like to call the outside pussy chance syndrome. These are the dudes who will wash your car, paint your house, watch your kids on the outside chance that maybe, just maybe, they'll get a piece of your cooter.
Wait, well, hold on, guys. Maybe he's just a great guy. Maybe he's a great guy doing what guys do. Let me say this, gentlemen. Maybe he's a guy doing what guys do, taking care of his family.
No, Rodney.
And he stepped in when the real dad was failing.
Rodney.
The real dad. Hold on, gentlemen. Rodney. Let me talk. I'll let y'all talk. The real dad was failing.
Which is so far.
He wasn't putting no money in. Okay? Not only was he standing in the gap, when it's time to do the wedding, he's like, I got you, baby girl. And you turn around and say you want this deadbeat motherfucker to walk you down the aisle? How dare you?
Let me ask this question, Rodney. Why did he do it?
Because he was trying to buy her love.
Because
he was trying to buy her love the whole goddamn time. If you want to stand in the gap for her because she got financial aid issues, then you help the baby fill out scholarship applications. You don't pay for the school your goddamn self with the expectation that she's going to throw you a parade. You got to decide whether you're going to be the nice guy or the asshole. See, the thing about the asshole is he gets an understanding right off the top. We fucking after this, right?
Come on
now she can say, oh my God, he's an asshole.
Let's assume that they're doing, at the very least, having sex.
No, I'm talking about when a man takes a woman out on a date from the get. From the giddy up.
This is a person.
No, let me break it down.
They're not just starting this.
Let me break it down. This is where he's
Don't break it down, Ron. Don't break it down, Ron. Don't break it down. Hold on 1 second. Let me get some female energy in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh hey now.
One act drama. One act drama. You are raising a young man yourself. You have a baby father.
She changed her look up. That's a different kind of fine. I thought that was another girl. She got
several different looks. What's your take on this real quick? Give me a quick take.
So I feel like I'm conflicted in a couple of areas. As the mother, if you're allowing, when that man got ready to hand you the first check, it should have been discussed. Hey, I appreciate your willingness to do this for my child, but understand this is very different than college and everything else. This is a big day for her. She and I have had a discussion. She would like her father to be the physical participant, though you're willing to be the financial participant. It also should have been laid out when he said, I have 20 people that I want to come. She should have said, that's great. But if your paycheck, if your check to me commands that I allow you to do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to have to return this check to sender because I'm unable to do those things and accommodate you. Point blank, period. You don't take money from someone knowing how things go in, because we know how things
move
go.
on. Give me the next piece.
Well, no, we know how weddings go. The person that's paying has an expectation of participation other than just their wallet.
Come on now.
So she ain't dumb. And it could be a situation of a woman scorned where she feel like I've been holding on for 10 years and you ain't married me yet. Why not? So since you ain't married me, I'm gonna show you how things go when you ain't married.
Or maybe she's just keeping the peace. Like, let's throw this dude the bone. We're a family. Let's throw the stepdaddy a bone. I mean, the real daddy a bone. Let him walk her down the aisle. You've been walking her through life.
Rodney Perry, that is not a bone. That is the Brontosaurus burger that flipped over Fred's car.
Oh, God. Hold on, Granny Wowzer's got something. Granny Wowzer's come in.
Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me?
We can.
Yeah.
Okay, now I lived this situation. I have four
Oh
daughters,
wow.
4 grown daughters, and my
I
ex-boyfriend.
hope so. If you're a granny, you can't be messing around with no 6-year-old right now. Who the hell want to do that?
Go ahead, Wow.
But I had a boyfriend that I was with for 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
almost 11, and
Wow.
he practically raised my daughters because their father chose not to. Now, when they became of age, he and I didn't work out, but they still call him stepdaddy to this day. They refer to him as their stepfather, but we were never married.
Now,
And
Wowzers, you said this is similar to your life.
yes,
Did the original father, their biological father, walk them down the aisle in lieu of the guy that had been providing the financial help?
what they did, they both had to be men about it, but they came together and they both walked her down the aisle. Which
Wow.
I was in shock. I was not fighting nobody, but my ex-boyfriend was very much a man about it, and he gave the respect where respect was due. He did pay for everything, and her biological father said, well, I would like to be a part of it, and so he said, I welcome you to walk as both of us.
They should have did a relay race, and one of them took her halfway down the aisle. And the other half.
The only
that would have been funny because
the only
person more entertaining.
Metaphorically, that's dope.
The only person
biological from the beginning to the middle, step from the middle to the end.
Well, it depends upon metaphorically what you did. If you only gave out some sperm, then you should be right there at the front door, and then he should come the rest of the way.
Wow.
Anyway, no, this isn't theoretical. This is true. The only people who give unconditional love are children. This is about the unconditional love of these girls for their daddy, because no matter who you are, a girl wants the love from her father. The person that not only she but society recognizes as such.
Not only that, Jerry, not only did the daughter, the mama both loved them at the same time.
How about
at one time?
Let me finish this.
The mama has moved on. I'm sure.
Bro, look here. This is the.
You got to go, JP.
No. I'm talking
the society she is brought up in. If a bunch of people saying that Michael is her daddy, and she knows Michael to be her daddy, she could give a fiddler's fuck on some level about Charles' love. She's loving Charles anyway.
But you know what,
Michael's
Jeff? That's relative to the mother, though. If the mother is not bashing you, if the mother is not, letting her child know that you are not financially what you're supposed to be, then your child gets to keep you in that special place.
Not
exactly.
True. Not true.
Brother.
Not true. And let me speak from experience. My daughter holds a damn near infallible level of love for me, in spite of the very real and sometimes conflated and inflated things that her mother says about me.
Mm. But you also remain in her life, and you are giving her the other information.
But her mama has since moved on, remarried, and now there's another man that bears the majority of the financial brunt.
Mm-hmm.
So when my daughter gets ready to be married, this will be my life. And I guarantee you, she would decide to either have us both walk her down the aisle, or she would choose me to walk her down the aisle.
If she didn't choose you, Black Ron, would you be hurt?
I would be hurt, but I'm still coming to the wedding. Because here's the thing. It's not about me.
Boom.
It's about my fucking daughter.
About
that part.
That's very
and the motherfucking have at their wedding who they want to have at the wedding. They don't even have to have a wedding. She can always fucking elope with the nigga and then introduce me to him as her fucking husband after the fact.
You cheap.
Wow.
Hey, as a man of four
y'all
daughters,
go to Vegas. You know Vegas is cheap.
Yeah, as a man of 4 daughters, eloping sounds very fine to me too.
Well, this is what makes the most sense about marriage, if it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, we're talking about some 20th century shit. As we move forward, marriage is moot in the the way we think of it.
Marriage is not moved according to the panel today.
Okay,
marriage is very
because-
important to this situation because they are not married.
That's because the panel today perhaps is not looking at the root of family. I believe, JP, we talked about this. The panel is not looking at the root of what the word family actually means, and it's really some pimp slave shit that we're not paying attention to. Maybe the panel is not looking at the fact that right now there is a 2 million black woman surplus. Maybe they are not looking at the prison industrial pipeline from kindergarten.
Panel is not looking at the fact.
There's a lot to not look at in order to compare marriage in the future to marriage in the past. You got.
All right, let me jump in here,
shit.
guys. And let's
There's a lot to not look at.
What is that?
Hey, I hear myself.
That was me. I was over here trying to join live on the other side.
So we are in a this situation I thought was worthy of our time to talk for a few minutes. I think everybody's contribution is like more than valid. And you know, I just, my heart went out to this guy, man. You know, as I look at, you know, his position, I don't know if his position is the strongest, which I think is what you guys were saying in terms of, nigga, just shut up and go sit down somewhere. And my position, I would have elected to be a boss. I would have been a boss. I wouldn't have had to be walking nobody down the aisle. I'd have wore something real fly. My friends didn't have to be there, you know, and I would have looked as rich as I am because
laid back in the cut.
You know, obviously, dog, if you could have done better by your own daughter.
Listen, and you did this twice with 2 dishes.
Yeah.
At least 2 dishes. I would have let my face swell up, my tongue.
I would have
just so I go to the emergency room doing this shit.
Well, see, the thing is, if you play the pimp role like Rodney talking about, do you know who's gonna start boiling? Them 3. Because they're going to be forced by your level of manhood to look at themselves.
I mean,
he can only pretend for so long at that reception that it's about him. He can only pretend, especially if
he being a fool, gentlemen? Was this woman taking advantage of him for the last 10 years?
No.
Go ahead, Ron. Give it to me.
He took advantage of himself. He took advantage of a situation where he was the emotional wolf and a financial sheep. Emotionally, he preyed upon a woman who was just coming out of a relationship, rebounding from a divorce with a child, feeling very worthless in the dating realm. But
you know, Ron, you just like AI. You making up shit.
No, he said it himself, but he didn't know he was coming across a financial wolf. So she hit him with the whoop, but he never established who he was going to be from the gate. He came in the game like he was Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Trick, but he wanted to be the asshole. He wanted to be the asshole that gets the understanding from the top of the bottom.
This guy don't strike me as an asshole, but
no. Let me say what I'm saying.
Bring it on.
When you're the asshole, you get the understanding from the beginning. Like soon as we sit down to the dinner table, we smashing later on, right? Now she might say, "Oh, you asshole!"
Sex is such a small part of this dude.
Hold on, let me say, she might snatch her pearls and say, "You asshole," and get up and storm away from the table, or she might lean in and say, "Yeah," and the asshole wins way more times than the nice guy does. It's the reason why the nice guy finishes last, because he'll never have the balls to say, "Now we fucking later," right? He'll just wait until she gives it to him. So just like the coochie, the respect comes the same way. Instead of demanding the respect, instead of commanding such a presence to where the respect is off the muscle, he just sit back and wait on her to give it to him. And in 10 years, she still ain't gave him the respect. And it took him not seeing his name on the wedding invitation, not seeing his friends on the guest list, not seeing his dietary constraints being respected before he realized that he'd been harboring 2 wolves in his fucking house.
Wow. JP Justice, your final words, man. Ron has threw down the gauntlet. He said the man is not the victim at all. What's your thoughts?
The man is not the victim. I think he did it to himself.
Thank you.
I think he expected way more than that's that self.
So he's been man enough to take care of a child that's not here, and he's the problem.
You know, he did this without having. I don't go into a business not knowing what I'm expected of in this business.
It's not business, gentlemen. This is affairs of the heart.
Listen, and what and I said this earlier, and what clouded was the emotion. What he wanted to do to keep his woman. I get it. That's human. I want to do this to keep my woman. I want to do this to make sure my woman is good. I want to do this to make sure she feels trusted and respected and loyal and blah, 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 whatever that emotion is. But the bottom line is, like he said, those two business people, AKA the wolves that he harbored, they kept it very in line. He chose not to. And this is why you have to be clear about your movements. You have to be the asshole because the asshole knows exactly where he's stepping.
I bet that girl ain't never called him dad. And where his real kids?
Here comes some more fantasy. All right. Jeff Brown.
All right, man. I'm gonna preach a little bit, just a little bit.
You guys all seem to absolutely agree with each other, and I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Jeff, your take.
You asked the question you asked was, do we see him as the victim or not?
Mm-hmm.
And it depends upon who's looking. There's some Southside pimp shit here. Okay. Are you looking through pimp glasses or simp glasses? Okay. Because pimps never blame the hustler. Simps.
Well, I'm not a fan of glorifying pimpdom.
Okay. Well,
a lot of niggas claim pimp that ain't pimps.
Okay. I'm trying to cross the street. Cars keep coming.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry. This come from pimps. Rodney know where 60th and Damon is. That's right where I was raised. Across the street from Bloom Park. Okay, I can't help it. Pimps blame the hustled. Simps blame the hustler. Pimp, when I say pimp, I mean positively intent on melanated progress, by the way. Okay. You can't you how are you supposed to feel sorry for the nice guy? Nice guys finish last because they don't leave the line without permission. They don't start the race without permission. They need the gun to fire. I need her to give me the permission. That's the dude that won't say, are we fucking? Because Mr. Are we fucking? These two wolves ain't going to pull this shit on Mr. Are we fucking?
I'm not putting a dime out without knowing.
He ain't putting it. Okay, it's too late. It's too late.
I don't know. I don't know if I need a real stepfather.
What am I?
My oldest son. My oldest son. When I met here, Rodney Perry, when I was 2, my mother.
If you're the stepfather of a boy, it's totally different.
Okay, hold on.
Because you will never be in this situation.
You keep moving this goalpost.
I'm moving the fuck out of it. Yes, I am.
What if he gets in a same-sex relationship? What if that's a transgender?
I'm not coming to the wedding. Neither one of us.
No.
That's neither here nor there. I'm joking to the powers that be.
This show as hell ain't gonna be at my house. I'm not.
Yo,
250 of them gonna be at your house, Rodney.
Hey, daddy.
Okay,
you the daddy.
My son is not marrying an individual who has the potential to bury his ding-a-ling anywhere in my son.
Whoa. All right, let's look at some of these comments. Vino Baker is in the building. What's up, Vino? Perfecting imperfect mentalities and practices. Well said. Vino, right, mama missed that woman was wrong. Should have laid it out from the beginning. Yeah,
she did lay it out. See, listen. He did that Steve Harvey shit, expecting that same type of parade. See, Steve Harvey got with a wolf who put that hot skinny pussy on him.
Moving on. Ross Brown says the marriage ain't gonna last. Preach, brother. Preach says Granny Wilders, thank you for popping in today, and thank you for Andromeda. Thank you to Raheem Holt. A great conversation, guys. I don't know if we got anything accomplished, but
it's
we
over.
definitely.
Yeah, he don't want to talk to us because we don't agree with him.
That's a fact. But you already made that point. Each one of y'all made your point. You know, it ain't no use in hearing it again.
Yeah.
Oh, Lou Raw's ass Rodney Perry out here just putting random girls through school
and to the,
in exchange for their mama's
nice guys
coochie.
out there. Nice guys don't finish last. They're just running a longer race.
Show me a nice guy gold medalist.
Nigga, me.
Who?
Me,
if Joe Jackson was a nice guy, would we know Michael?
And I get
not at all.
If Ike Turner was a nice guy, would we know Tina?
She'd still be a prostitute.
You look close.
Oh, that woman wasn't no prostitute.
She was a prostitute in Dallas, Texas. What are you talking about? He met her on the corner of Thomas and Hall. Told her she had $1 million.
Don't nobody want to hear that story, Ron. It doesn't play as good as what his love got to do with it. Don't nobody want to hear that rock and roll.
That don't have nothing to do
without
with
Ike
what
Turner.
we talk
Anyway,
about.
no. Let's get back on the road.
When we have that catalog.
Let's get back on the road.
Diddy is. You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing about that man, Diddy.
If you look closely enough at any success, you will find an asshole.
All the time.
Assholes get it done, bro.
Look at America. Look at America.
Before we go,
I just wonder. I'm like, Black Ron keep on talking about pimps and whatever losers and all this other shit. Hey, is there an in between? You know, you got a pimp over here and you got a simp over there. Well, who's the in between? And if that's what you look at, which one are you?
The in between, the in between is the nigga that marries the woman he has children by.
And it sounds like Mama Miss got a couple of girls she's trying to get married.
No, I'm a pimp.
Oh God!
By the way, I'm a pimp.
All right, thank you, Mama Miss. All right, real quick before we get out of here, JP Justice, man, how do we stay in touch?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for having me. This is a great conversation, ladies and gentlemen. This coincides with the Black King Table Talk each and every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, man. The Kings come around and we talk barbershop talk right here on the internet. Need you to come on through. If you look on my link, I left the link for the page. If not, go to Black Kings Table Talk on any of your social media platforms. I am your boy, JP Justice and JP Justice Labs on any other platform. Thank you for having me, Rodney.
No, always a pleasure, man. You know, you're my guy, and we don't have to agree to have a great dialogue. Black Ron, man, thank you for coming on, man. You are absolutely a joy to talk to. Hey, how do we stay in touch with you, bro?
I will be at the Nice Guy Symposium entitled "Finish First." Maybe no, man. Follow me on all social media platforms.
So, Black Ron, last thing, you not a nice guy
at all.
Hey, Ron, you got to be on my show on Sunday, bro.
Oh yeah,
Ron, you're a fucking wonderful man, man. I'm not gonna let you see you that night.
I'm a wonderful man, but I'm not a nice guy at all. At all.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that ought to be the topic of our next one. But follow me, man, everywhere you can. BLAQRON. If you on Christian Mingle, it's Deacon Longstroke. If you are on MySpace, it's Choke You While I Poke You. Other than that,
that's an Indian tribe, ain't it?
Yeah, man. Well, you know, I'm just tapping back into my roots, brother. You know, I did my my ancestry.
Yeah. Oh, God. You come from the Choke You While I Poke You.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Jeff Brown. When I was a mere Rudy Poo, Jeff was already in the game. Jeff Brown.
Hey, man. First, since I gave Black Ron a joke, I'm gonna have to make one at his expense. Dude, you need to pop your third eye. Your third eye needs popping.
He did have a little pimple.
Yeah, no, that is not little, dude. That you need to video
this pimple. I'm about to claim on my taxes. This nigga here.
Yeah,
I have raised him like a strong black man.
He needs some thumb. He needs some thumb. But he gonna invite you to the wedding.
And the bitch better have me at her wedding. I know that.
Right now, you can catch me this Sunday on the First Church of Holy Shit every
Hey Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Who gonna pop your whole head?
Oh, that's hilarious. If I wasn't pretty.
Pretty little pimple head ass boy.
Yeah, I'm pretty now. Now let's not kid ourselves. First Church of Holy Shit. Somebody fucked up and told me God was everywhere. So I pray from here. Save me 10%. I never miss a game. And I invite you to save 10% on your soul insurance by switching to Don't Go. And meet me here noon LA time, Sunday, for the First Church of Holy Shit. Yesterday you missed giraffe balls, where I get high as giraffe balls and I have discussions. Yesterday, our discussion was who are you suffering for? So we get down like that. Just think of it this way. If I was to preach the swill from the King James Version of the Bible, I would be over in the Noel Jones lane. So come and enjoy the Creator without a name, because in order to believe that God has a name, you have to believe a man, but you don't have to believe a man to believe that God exists.
My name is Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live, special edition Man Talk. King Table Talk joined us as well. Black Ron was in the building. Uncle Jeff was in the building. Shouts out to Raheem Holt, who popped in. Shouts out to my girl Andromeda Jones, Mama Miss, and Granny Wilders, giving us a female perspective. Guys, I can't thank you enough for coming
And
in.
my bump.
And the bump.
And the bump.
And the bump. Hey, I was looking at it and I was trying to bump it on my head. I was like,
right? Can I bust it by proxy?
Hey, yo.
Whoa, how about that? Hey, that definitely is a pause moment. Thank you, Jeff Brown.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Get your minds out of the gutter.
Hey, bust that bump. Hey, I'm Rodney Perry, man. Till next time.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man.